Hello, everyone, and welcome to this time of meditation. I am happy for anyone who is here to join me as we take about 15 minutes today and meditate together. And as I was reflecting on our current situation with the COVID-19 virus and all of the changes that are happening, I wanted us to spend some time in a meditation that might reach us where we are. There's just a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of anxiety, just a lot of unknowing. And we're all in this together. And I thought we might all benefit from a meditation that can help us to be with all that, to be with what is, and to build our resilience. I think that a couple of things really build resilience for us in that time of uncertainty, of anxiety, of unknowing. And one of that is to be able to meet ourselves, our emotions, our responses with compassion, knowing that we are in this unusual and difficult time, bringing compassion to others around us, knowing that they are struggling too. I know we're all looking out, watching each other, seeing how everyone is responding, trying to make sense of it together. Sometimes we might judge ourselves and feel like someone else has more answers or knows how to respond. We might judge others. And I think stepping back from all that, of course, watching each other, learning from each other, sharing wisdom with each other, but also holding all of this in a space of compassion for ourselves and for each other, and being willing to be with what is, being willing and able to be imperfect in all of this, and just to hold all of that in our emotions lightly and kindly, allowing it all to be here. And so we will be practicing this meditation together that really encourages us to hold all of this in a space that is compassionate, that is spacious, that is allowing. So this meditation is called Soften, Soothe, and Allow. And if you know about mindful self-compassion practices, you may have heard it. And it comes from Chris Germer, Kristen Neff. So I've also linked to a lot of their practices on my website, so you might want to check that out afterwards and have a number of different practices to choose from. But I find the mindful self-compassion practices to be particularly valuable at this time. So let's get started on our practice today. So taking your meditation seat, closing your eyes, or just looking down at the ground at a space in front of you, softening the gaze, bringing your attention to this moment, setting your intention for this practice, setting your attention to be here with what is, with kindness, with compassion. And as we bring our attention to this moment, just letting everything that's been on our minds today recede into the background, and bringing attention to our body, to our breath, sounds around us. Just noticing what's here now. Just resting in this space of quiet. Settling more deeply into the meditation. bringing the attention and awareness to the breath, feeling the whole body breathing in and out. Following the entire cycle of the breath. Feeling the body rise with each in-breath and contract with each out-breath. Just following the gentle rhythm of the breath. Allowing the breath to be nourishing. And as you breathe in, you may want to say something to yourself, like relax or calm. As you breathe in the nourishing breath, allowing it to go into the lungs, the belly, sensing each breath reaching every cell in the body. Just noticing the nourishing and the life-giving nature of each breath. And just allowing the rhythm to be soothing. And also letting it be okay if for you the breath is not a soothing place, allowing yourself to choose a different anchor of attention right now, allowing yourself to focus on maybe a different area of the body or to sounds around you. Continuing with this attention on the breath, but also bringing awareness to the body, to sensations that are here. Just briefly checking in from head to toe, noticing any areas of tension or tightness or rigidity, heaviness. And we'll be focusing our practice today on any areas of the body we notice where there's some particular tension or tightness, or we may notice a strong emotion that's here with us today, and just noticing where that might be showing up in the body. And bringing our attention to that place or places. And as we bring our attention there, also imagine sending the breath to that area or areas. And with each breath, saying to yourself, soften. And envisioning that area of the body just softening a bit, not forcing it, but more an invitation, allowing it to soften, to let go, to let those muscles to release their holding. Just encouraging a lightness, an openness in that area of the body. Over and over, sending the breath to that area and just kindly encouraging, sending the word soften. And again, just encouraging that area of the body to open, to soften. And if you sense that might not be happening, just noticing that, just noticing how challenging it can be. And just continue to follow the breath, letting it start out as just an idea. Just continuing to breathe in and out and saying to yourself, soften. Letting this be your intention, even if it's not what's happening in this moment. And now, as we continue to soften, we want to also soothe this area. And we can encourage a sense of being soothed by bringing a hand to either the heart or to the area where we might be feeling that tightness or tension. So continuing to breathe into that area, bringing the soothing touch, and also saying something to ourselves that is soothing, something we may say to a friend, to a small child, to a pet who might be suffering. It might be an acknowledgement, just this is hard right now, or I see you're hurting, or I'm sorry you're hurting, or an encouragement, like this isn't forever. You can do this. You're cared about. Whatever you need to hear right now. Just bringing this mindful attention and presence to what's here. Bringing a kindness and a compassionate response. And to those of us who aren't used to sending a lot of compassion to ourselves, just acknowledging that this might be hard. It might be bringing up feelings or thoughts of resistance, and that's okay. Just having this as our intention, that we would like to bring compassion to ourselves. Even if it's not happening right in this moment. Just bringing the breath, the touch, the kind words, or the intention of having kind words. And now just allowing. So just allowing whatever is here to be here. Allowing yourself to not have all the answers, to not be perfect, to be anxious and stressed. These simple acts of compassion and allowing what's here build resilience, builds our ability to be with difficulty, to not have to turn away or ignore it. It actually gives us strength. These things that might seem soft, bringing compassion, actually in fact bring us a great deal of strength. They allow us to keep going in difficulty, to keep going in uncertainty. So just being with it all, just allowing it. And as we sit here, allowing whatever is with us to be here, I'd like us to also listen to the words of this poem called The House of Belonging by David White. I awoke this morning in the gold light, turning this way and that, thinking for a moment it was one day like any other. But the veil had gone from my darkened heart, and I thought it must have been the quiet candlelight that filled my room. It must have been the first easy rhythm with which I breathed myself to sleep. It must have been the prayer I said, speaking to the otherness of the night. And I thought, this is the good day you could meet your love. This is the black day someone close to you could die. This is the day you realize how easily the thread is broken between this world and the next. And I found myself sitting up in the quiet pathway of light, the tiny close-grained cedar burning round me like fire, and all the angels of this housely heaven ascending through their first roof of light the sun has made. This is the bright home in which I live. This is where I ask my friends to come. This is where I want to love all the things it has taken me so long to learn to love. This is the temple of my adult aloneness, and I belong to that aloneness as I belong to my life. There is no house like the house of belonging. There is no house like the house of belonging. And as we come to the end of this meditation, listening to the sound of the bell, thank you all for meditating with me, and I will be here again next Friday at noon, meditating with you all. Thank you for your presence.